All right. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us on today's Inspired Podcast. I'm so excited to announce another incredible new partnership that we just announced publicly this week. But before we do that, I'm so excited about everything we're doing in Game Time. We're about halfway through Game Time, halfway through the fourth quarter, and it's been an incredible experience for everybody. I hope everybody's enjoyed the swag as we come into Thanksgiving week. One of the gifts that I really wanted to make sure everybody got was the Integrity cutting board. I got a cutting board similar to this last year as a gift for the holidays, and I thought it was so cool that I just wanted to make sure that every one of our team members got one of those cutting boards this year because I just thought that that'd be fun to take home and celebrate with your family as Thanksgiving approaches. And so I just want to say thank you for everything that you guys have been doing to make this fourth quarter so special. 2022 is going to be another record year, and it really leads into an incredible 2023 as we prepare to serve even more people together. This week, we've got a fun competition for all of your desk. There's going to be a lot of cool things that we're going to be announcing here, and so get ready for that as well. The other thing I want to mention is we've been having a lot of fun with the Game Time touchdown. And the key word for today is spike. So just like you're spiking the ball, today is spike. So go on to the website and put in spike, and you'll be entered to win an incredible prize as well as part of that. So again, keep up all the hard work. We're serving a lot of American families. Appreciate everybody's dedication and commitment and level of excellence that all of you bring every single day. Now, speaking of level of excellence, we have partnered with some incredible name brands in the industry and some of the biggest icons and legends in the business that we're all in here in the life and health and wealth industry. Today is one of the biggest announcements that we've made. We actually made it on Monday publicly because it was such a big announcement we couldn't hold it in any longer. But today I'm joined by the Milner Agency and Chip Milner and Chad Milner, who I'm so excited to now be partners with. And Chip is the chairman of the Milner Agency, and his brother, Whit Milner, is executive vice president, who will be joining us as partners here at Integrity. And then Chad, who's been a partner with us through our partnership with North American Senior Benefits, will also be a managing partner here at Integrity and continuing to lead the combined efforts of the overall organization. Now, as I said, these guys are legends in the insurance business. In fact, NALBA's been going on this week here in Dallas, and both of them have served as chairman of NALBA. And then your father, I think, was one of the original founders of NALBA. And so they've led the insurance industry for so many years. Now, Chip has been in the business for almost 50 years, and Chad has been in the business for a long time as well, frankly, almost as long as you've been alive, because just like me growing up in the business, you grow up doing everything as part of that. Now, they've been focused on the life and annuity business and long-term care and disability business, and are true leaders in that market space. And so they've been great mentors to me, great friends. Our families have been friends for a long time, and so I'm so honored to now welcome you guys as the newest Integrity partners. Congratulations, Chip and Chad. Appreciate you guys being here. Now, when we start off talking about, you have such a long history in the business, and I want to get to that. But before we do that, maybe Chad, if you can just give everybody a quick overview of what the Milner Agency focuses on and really what sets y'all apart from the rest of the industry. And then I want to go back in time, and I mean way back in time, as we talk about that. So let's talk about that first.
Yeah, Brian, you know, our family's been in the business for 60 plus years in insurance. Dad will talk about that more, but I learned very quickly this is a relationship business. Relationships with the carriers, the manufacturer, relationship with the consumer and the agent or advisor that advises them, but really important, most importantly, is the relationship we have with the advisors that's cultivated over years, and that trust that, you know, they place in us to help them with their clients. So I learned very early the relationship is very important. And so we're very good at the relationship building and maintaining those relationships with expertise in life insurance, long-term care, and annuities. That's our main focus. So I started 20 years ago in annuities. Love the product. Think it's one of the best financial tools for retirees. That's what we're really good at the Milner Agency. Underwriting with those products and helping advisors find the absolute best products for their clients.
And you, first of all, we could not agree more. You and I have been friends for a long time, and we could not be more aligned on this point that it's all about the relationship, right? I mean, our friendship started as a relationship, and you know, I say this all the time, we're in the people business, and if we ever forget that, we're going to be out of business. And I think that there's a lot of things that happen transactionally today. It's one of the reasons I think it's important for us to be in the office. I think it's important for us to be at conferences and working with different people, because at those moments you get to actually create those relationships and iterate in different ways to say, have you thought about doing this or that? And it opens up new opportunities. And at the end of the day, it's all about serving our agents as they help serve their clients. And you guys really at the Milner Agency go above and beyond to make sure that agents and your advisors are really taken care of. So as they get a complex case, as there's something maybe different about underwriting, you guys can address that in a huge way. How do you think you guys go to market differently than a lot of other groups? Because I think having this sustainability and how long you've been in the business is really amazing how you've done that.
Well, Brian, I tell you, with so many, for several generations, going to an office, going to a broker's office, seeing his family pictures behind his desk and getting to know him is very important. And we want to be transparent for him to get to know us as well. So it's important that we get him to our office so we can get to know him. For a relationship that lasts a long time, I was mentioning to you earlier about an agent who we've known who's done business with for 50 years.
Wow.
Done business with Dad. That's just important. It's important to us. If someone comes to us for a product or just for a commission, is that same product or commission somewhere else that they could go to? But if they know they can count on us, if they know that they can get to me or to Chad or one of our staff that they developed a relationship with, that's important. That's a big deal.
Yeah, it sure is. Speaking of generations and family pictures, when you go to your office, I love the family pictures. I've loved getting to know your family. I was telling my wife on Monday morning before we announced this partnership that it was you guys, and she was like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe Chip and Nancy and Chad and Wendy, and it's just, I mean, it went straight to family, right, as part of that. Now, your family has been in the insurance business since right after the Civil War.
Right.
Tell us about that story. Started in, I think, 1866. There was the first Milner in the insurance business.
Right. Well, it wasn't a Milner. It was Major John C. Whitner, which is a family.
Which Whit, your
That's
brother,
right,
is named after him.
That's exactly right. And after Atlanta was burned, he started a fire agency.
Good timing.
Property and
Talk about being in the right place at the right time.
Place at the right time.
Opportunistic.
A property and casualty agency, and then his son was in the insurance business, and then it was his son-in-law after him, my granddad. We used to call him Granddaddy, but Willis J. Milner Jr., who started our agency. So Chad's fourth generation in the business, and there were two generations before our specific agency. So it goes back a long ways.
There's not many businesses that have been around that long. You know, we've been all over the world together. You go to these places in like Europe, and you're sitting in a place in Italy or whatever, and they say this is a new building. It was built in the 1870s or 1880s. You know, for us, it's like, you know, we didn't have states, and some of the states didn't exist at that time. And that's the amazing thing about the longevity, about how your whole family have served the insurance business. Now, the other thing that's interesting to me is both of your first name is Seixas. Where is the origination of Seixas?
It came from three brothers who came to the United States in the 1700s. It was Moses Seixas, Mordecai Seixas, and Benjamin Seixas. And a couple of those were rabbis. So our family does have a Jewish heritage. My grandmother, Willis's wife, was born Jewish. Her name was Virginia Cohen, and married my granddad. So
wow. So you're Seixas the second, Junior.
Right.
You're Seixas the third. So you went by Chip. Right. How did you get the nickname Chip?
Chip off the old block. That
Chip,
was just
is that what it, well, that's
what it was.
That's even cooler. What about Chad? How did that come about?
just a nickname. My friends used to tease me. They would say, "Well, Chip plus Dad equals Chad." So that's
That's and now is your son named Seixas as well?
he is. His nickname is Sage.
Sage,
We figured
that's
we'd,
right.
we'd go with something that made a little more sense.
You remember we went and watched Sage, and what's your other son's name?
Luke.
Luke.
Yeah.
I think we watched Sage play flag football years ago. Remember?
Yeah, we did,
Remember
yeah.
that? A long time ago.
Yeah.
He's quite the athlete. How are they doing now?
They're great. Sage is almost 17. Luke is 14.
Unbelievable.
And they're both my height. They're a little bit taller.
Unbelievable.
Crazy.
Yeah, that is incredible. So tell us about y'all's hobbies. What in the video we talk about growing up on the family farm. The family farm's more than a hobby, but tell us about what it's like to grow up on a farm in Georgia.
Well, I didn't grow up on the farm. We moved to the farm right after Nancy and I were married. We had all 4 of our kids on the farm, and Chad could probably speak more to that with his cousins out there. 19 or 20 cousins lived on the farm, first cousins.
All lived
All
out.
my
Yeah.
siblings.
So I tease my dad and my uncles. They're city boys. So I grew up on a country farm. I take a lot of pride in that. I mean, we had cows, hundreds of cows, horses, and it was great growing up on a farm with 20 cousins, several boys who were my age we could, play with, ride motorcycles, horses, get into trouble.
I
It
didn't
was a lot
realize
of
y'all
fun.
all grew up out there. So you just built like the Milner family compound on your farm.
No, the Kennedys have a compound. Ours is a commune.
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 So how many families live together on the same farm?
Well, there's 7 of us, 4 boys, 3 girls, and 5 of us worked in the business at one
Yeah.
time. And family things, we went in different directions. But 6 of my siblings still live on the farm.
Wow,
My mother is on the farm. She's 97 and still lives in the original house.
that's amazing.
And Dad's buried on the farm. His sister is buried on the farm. Got brother-in-law, and so it goes back 40, 42 years, something like that.
I loved in the video with you guys standing over your dad's grave.
Yeah. The name of the farm is Green Pastures.
Yeah.
And the Bible verse on his tombstone says, from Psalm 23, he makes me to lie down in green pastures.
Oh man.
Dad was a wonderful man. Before honor is humility. And he was a humble leader. He was a humble leader. The way up is the way down. So when you serve from the bottom up, there's honor there.
I couldn't agree more. We talk about our 5 core values at Integrity. One's integrity, and it's you got to do the right thing, even when nobody's looking. It's about family. We partner with great family businesses like yours, but we also have a larger family. It's a bigger group. We treat everybody like family here at Integrity. It's about service. We're not really in the sales business. We're in the service business, and we can humble ourselves and actually serve people every day. The sales will take care of themselves, right? It's a really interesting byproduct of doing the right thing and serving others. It's about respect, and then it's about partnership. And that's why we made every employee a partner here at Integrity, and it's something I'm so proud of. And it's amazing as we look at different organizations that you kind of lay out their core values and you say, man, that they're completely aligned.
Yeah.
There's no daylight between them. I feel the same way about you and your family and what you guys have built. And you also have other family members in the business that work with you, not just Chad, but you've got a son and a daughter that work with us, right?
Right. You can address that.
Yeah. My sister, Abby, she's very talented. She moved to California, wanted
She's
to be
like
an
the
actress.
most fun one.
She is.
I mean, she's the
Yeah.
fun one.
She's got
Lauren's
her,
awesome too, but
yeah.
but Abby is. We're gonna have fun.
She's
Well, we
loud.
used to joke
Let's
about
say it,
that.
she's loud.
We used to joke about it. When Abby walks in the room, she'll light it up.
She will light up.
Even if you want it dark.
Yeah. My brother-in-law Grant, CFP, brilliant, does some outside sales and marketing for us. Thankfully, he's going to continue with us and help us grow
Awesome.
with integrity. So that's all. My
And
other
then your
brother-in-law,
brother works with us too, right?
he does. He
Yeah.
works with
The
North American Senior
Senior
Benefits.
Benefits,
Helps us with our lead fulfillment.
Yeah.
So does a great job there.
It's amazing. That's
Yeah.
it's so fun to see like great family businesses thriving, and that's a lot of what we've really kind of built here at Integrity is a way for us to all come together and kind of form this platform for us to all grow faster. Most people don't know this. One of the first people I talked to whenever I partnered with Steve Young, remember I came to see you and we had dinner in Athens, and
Yeah.
I said, look, this is where we're going to go, man. We ought to figure this out together. And it's so much fun to finally be able to come full circle here. You guys have such an amazing business. You've got great leadership across the board. Why integrity and why now?
Brian, you were the key. You certainly were the key from one of those early NASB meetings. And just talking with you, we both marched to the same drummer.
Yeah,
You know, we first and foremost, we want to honor our Maker,
yeah,
you know, and what we do. And from the first generation in our business through, we want to do that. And I stress that with the kids as well. Let's honor the Lord first.
yeah,
And what does it say there? And He will direct your paths.
yeah,
And we've had some great direction that we've received. So, you know, we've done pretty well over the years and competition from people who are smarter than us. And Dad used to say, son, you got to work harder than those that are smarter. And you have to be smarter than those who work harder.
yeah,
And that's kind of hard to juggle that. You know, one other thing, and I stress this with everybody in the company, there's not a job beneath you.
yeah,
You should be willing to do anything in that company to serve and to take care of. And we have to be accessible and accountable and show some urgency, because there's a lot who don't show urgency. People have buyer's remorse in our business.
yeah.
We're selling something you're not going to get in the life insurance world. You got to love somebody else to really want
That's true.
it.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'll ramble on.
No, look, there's such an important point. I was referring to what you guys have built collectively, and certainly about bringing in the next generation of leaders at North American Senior Benefits and everything you guys have built at the Milner Agency. And it's interesting. I was on a panel at NALBA, and they talked about how there's a grain of our industry and the fact that there's, people are getting older, our agents are getting older.
Yeah.
But the interesting point is, at Integrity, we have over 100,000 advisors that are partners with us in different organizations at NASB, at FFL, at Patrick Bet-Davis Business and PHP, Andy Albright's The Alliance, Equus, and many others. We have over 100,000 individuals that are in their early 30s. And we're bringing in, just like what you've been so passionate about, is bringing in this next generation of leaders to serve more people. And one of the things we're talking about is the fact that millennial generation, frankly, I think they get a bad rap. People say that, they don't work as hard. They, only care about themselves, other things like this, a trophy generation. Look, I think every generation probably, they said that about every generation, right? But one of the things I know for a fact is they want to have a higher purpose. They want to serve something greater than themselves, which is interesting that they get an opposite, comment about that. And they want to have purpose. So whenever they're, buying, for my wife Robin, she doesn't care to buy at a fancy store ever. She'd rather buy at some place that was made in a village in Africa of these ladies who are trying to put together baskets that they're able to, give them more purpose. Or, like Tom's shoes that, you buy one and they get one. I didn't even know if Tom's was around anymore. I opened up a box the other day and she got a pair of boots from Tom's, and I was like, I didn't even know this. But she's got this passion for that purpose.
Yeah.
Or Bombas, I think it is, where you buy a pair of underwear and they give a pair of underwear to somebody who's homeless. And here at Integrity, we're really passionate about giving back. In fact, we're doing a toy drive here in our office to give back to a local children's hospital. Our legal team just announced that they're doing a deal called Hoodies for Homeless, where they're collecting hoodies and they're going to take them out to homeless shelters here in Dallas. But what we find is that this business, in particular, the Integrity business, is a business that always gives back.
Yeah.
And it has a purpose. And that's where I had dinner not too long ago with a guy who's not far from you guys, a guy named Andrew Cathy. His granddad founded Chick-fil-A. And it was an interesting deal. I had dinner with him. At the end of it, he gives me his card, and then he gives me a gift card. I've got it in my office. I should have brought it down here. And he gives me his card. He's like, hey, call me if you need anything at all. And then he gives me this free chicken sandwich He said, here's a gift card, go to Chick-fil-A and have a chicken sandwich on me. And I was just like,
Do you know why that is?
I was amazed.
Because no family members can eat Chick-fil-A for free. They give all the family members lots of the cards, but they're to be given away.
To be given.
Not for themselves.
Hey, listen, I was standing next to Jamie Dimon, Fred Smith, the founder of FedEx, Ken Langone, the founder of Home Depot. We're all standing there, and he gives us all a card. And I'm sitting there like, dude, what an amazing story.
Yeah.
First of all, it's one of the reasons I think they're so much more successful. And they're closed one day of the week, right? And they're way more successful than anybody else. But it's about always giving back. How to always serve people. And one of the things I bring that up is because our business, like, look, I love Chick-fil-A sandwiches. I don't know what they put in those, but what we have is better than that.
Oh, yeah.
We're helping people have hope. We're helping people plan for the future. We're helping people take care of their family and their generations long after they're gone. And that's where I look at the millennial group that you guys have attracted so successfully and shown them, hey, this is a business with purpose. And we can help more people than giving away underwear or hoodies. Nothing wrong with that. I believe in it. But we're giving people generations hope. I mean, that's what your family's been doing for a long time. And that's why I'm so excited to partner with you guys and continue to look at how do we show the next generation this amazing business of service that we're in.
Yeah, absolutely. My thoughts go back over the years from times when I've been able to do that. A particular car dealer who, in his 40s, bought a life insurance policy from me. He had 2 boys that were working in the business, teenagers, early 20s, but he needed it to cover the floor plan and to cover a new building that he was building. And he was dead in 18 months.
My gosh.
And his son and the attorney and the banker came to my office, and I was able to hand him a check that paid off all the debt just 18 months after he bought the policy. And the kid, the beneficiary, took it and handed it to the banker, debt-free. And this has been a long time ago. And he shared with me, he said, Chip, we couldn't have done it.
No.
We couldn't have done it at the dealership. And now he's the biggest dealer in Georgia. He's a great guy. He gives back to the community as well. YMCA's named after him. He's helped build a school up in Athens. But anyway, it's a blessing when friends and neighbors come in when Dad doesn't drive in the driveway, when he dies, and they bring food and things like that, show their love. But it's a real blessing also when we can go and hand them a check so that they can buy groceries for years to come. And I'm not trying to be dramatic, but
No,
that's
it's the
what we
truth.
do. That's
Yeah.
what we do.
And that's where I think if we continue to tell that story, on this panel they said, what's your one last piece of advice? I said, we need to get more people in this business. We need more people to understand the power and the impact we have on society and the noble purpose that it has. It's truly a noble business. And it's thanks to people like your granddad and like you and your dad, of course, and the leadership you guys have really given to this entire industry, because anybody who's in the life business knows how much your family has given back selflessly to make sure that we're always advancing. And so that's why we're so excited to have you guys as partners here at Integrity and family members.
You know,
It's gonna be a lot
Brian,
of fun.
a good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children.
Yeah.
And that's a principle that I came across, and I thought, well, that's what insurance does.
Yeah.
It helps in that regard for a good man to leave an inheritance to his children's children. And the oldest insurance company in the United States was started by ministers. What a great heritage.
That's
you know?
amazing.
Brian, I know you saw me grab my phone, but I do have a little bit of purpose here. I agree with everything you said, and what's so special about our partnership, I believe, is, you know, Dad has done an amazing job growing the business. He's got lots of great stories about the past and what's going on. The Integrity Partnership has allowed Dad to transition to the next, you're 70 years old. We know it's, you know, what's coming next for you, a retirement home or, you know, what. But no, you're going to be very involved, but I look for the next 25, 30 years of my life. What am I going to do? I've got kids 14 years old, 17 years old. They'll be out of the house in 3 or 4 years. right? Do I go and buy a boat and sail around the world with my wife? What do I want to do? And
I'll help with that if you decide to.
yeah, and so I've been thinking about that. What do we do with the partnership with integrity? There's amazing resources and tools and talent out there. So I've been exploring for myself, what is my why? Just been praying about it. What am I going to do? What's my motivation, my purpose? And things became pretty clear for me in the last 3 or 4 weeks when my wife came home and had a surprise announcement.
Oh my gosh.
What?
So at
you told
44 years old, our life's going to change for the next
This is not my
18
daughter.
years.
This is,
What?
Yeah. So my wife is pregnant.
What?
I haven't told Dad yet, but
Oh
this
my
is
gosh.
exciting. We actually haven't told our kids
Congratulations,
yet, so
Does your
but
mom-
I'll have
wow. Congratulations.
nobody
man.
knows.
Gee,
So
well, everybody knows
That
now.
is,
Yeah.
that is awesome.
You have got to be kidding.
Oh man,
you'll be a grandfather
congratulations.
again.
Again?
Yeah.
Man, we're so excited for you and Wendy, and
Yeah.
just that is going to be
Can I have some more coffee, please?
something in it, a little something in it this time.
Gee, man, no, son. Is this a joke?
No, I would not joke about that.
No,
That's
you
not-
shouldn't.
Oh, that is, we are so, look,
Yeah.
and you said a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children, and you are a good man.
Thank you.
Both of you guys are. And now adding another Milner to this world, we need more Milners, man. We need more good people,
Yeah.
good men. Like
I'm gonna
Maybe it
keep
could be-
working
maybe
hard.
It could be Seixas the 6th or,
Yeah.
or 5th.
I'm gonna keep working hard for a long time. I got
Wow.
some bills to pay and some
When did you find this out?
about a month ago.
What?
Yeah.
have you told your mom?
No, nobody yet. Nobody. That's why I got to get home.
We
I gotta go,
we
I gotta
gotta
go
talk,
tell
we
her.
gotta talk to Nancy.
You know?
Your wife is going to be really pissed at you if she didn't clear this
Well,
She's,
announcement.
forgiveness
hey
sometimes,
man,
right?
hey, thank you for trusting us to share that with. Well, hey, this is truly a historic day for the Milner family, and for integrity. I mean, this is an incredible partnership. We love you guys.
Yeah, we do too,
Honestly, love you, and I'm so honored to be your partner and friend, and can't wait to meet your little one. Maybe it's a little girl. My
knows,
my
yeah.
wife's been wanting a girl, so please tell Wendy not to tell Robin
Yeah.
about this, because
She wants a little girl. All she has is testosterone around that.
I know
She
it's
needs
so.
a little girl.
If you're going to have, now you should just have another one too, so you can start a whole new little
Now
family.
go get a
Yeah.
dog. Go get another dog.
Hey, congratulations. Congratulations on being partners. Congratulations
Thank you,
on
brother.
everything
Appreciate
you've
it.
accomplished, and we're honored. We truly are.
we're honored.
I love you guys.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Love you. Yeah.
Hey, thanks everybody. Now you can see the special relationship we have, and just the opportunity for us to serve more people together, and just what an exciting opportunity this is going to be. I hope everybody has an incredible, incredible week, and I hope everybody has a really blessed Thanksgiving. We've got a lot to be thankful for here at Integrity, and can't wait for you to celebrate with your family as well and enjoy all the things we've got to be grateful for. So God bless you all. Take care and have a great day.